Hi guys, and welcome to my new video. So today's video is going to be a how to contour for beginners type of video. So in today's video what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to contour for people who are just getting into makeup or love makeup and just have no idea how to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with one side of my face. I'm going to do the contour so we can see the difference for how my face looks and how it's going to look. It's not going to really look that different, but you can tell I do have quite a round face, so we're going to try to eliminate that. Alright, so to start off, I've already done my skincare, all that's done, and now I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Primer. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch one, so this is basically a pore filling primer. This is just a pore filling primer. So for the next step, it's obviously going to be foundation. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I've just got the shade Seashell. This is a little bit too light for me, however, that's something we can work with. Okay, so to contour for beginners, I do advise that we go in with cream products because it's easier to work with. I feel like if you put too much cream product on your face, it's easier to blend and try and fix, whereas if you have powder, it can get patchy. It's a lot of work. So what I like to do is I like to go in with a cream bronzer before I do my concealing, because I find that I do sometimes get a heavy hand when it comes to bronzing, and I find that also using bronzer and then going in with a concealer definitely makes it look a little bit more natural, in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Tantour Cream Bronzer. This is just in the shade Light. If this is a first time for you using cream products, I advise that once you dab into your pot, just to dab on the back of your hand or any other place that you have that's hygienic and clean, and then just go in and blend it in. I like to just use it and then go straight into my face, just because I know how, I've been doing this for quite a while, so I know how it works and I know how to fix it if I do come across any problems. So as you can see, I've applied it from here and went down, so the top of your ear and down. The point of contouring is to lift the face. So what you want to do is obviously lift the face, so you're going to bring it up higher. And I like to also, just any excess, bring it up here. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to put the bronzing on my forehead and also on my chin. So when applying cream bronzer, I do like to go in with a flat kabuki brush. This one's the Morphe M439 one. This is an amazing brush. I do like this. I recommend it. It just blends the product out. It fits on the face really nicely, and it just works. I mean, you could use any blending brush or kabuki blending brush, but this one is my favorite. So now to go in with concealer, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Concealer. This is just the Pro Filter Instant Retouch, and I got mine in the shade 230. What I like to do with this, I like to be quite stingy with my concealer. I don't like to apply too much. I just want to apply some here, just down here, there, my forehead, chin, and that's it. I like to blend this out with a beauty sponge, just because I feel like it gives a more natural finish to the face. And then with whatever excess product I have left on my sponge, I'm going to put that on my eyelid. Okay, so reason why I just put some excess on top of my eyelid was because I don't want to have any like too much product on my eyes. It does cause creasing, and I know that I crease a lot, especially under my eyes, or my whole eye. The whole eye situation is just a creasy mess. So all I want to do is just even out my skin tone and with less product. Yeah, as you can see, I've got the contour, like it's nice and warm. It's not fully contoured just yet. So what I've done is I've created that base, so now I know what I want. And to the side it's, you know, blemished out. I haven't applied any product on my nose, so that's just because around my nose it does get very dry. I do have like hay fever and sinuses and stuff like that, so I do constantly blow my nose. The less product as well I put on my nose is better, because I hate when, you know, you have full face of makeup on, you blow your nose and then it's like all rubbed off. So I do try to leave that out for like the whole makeup trip, and then once I get to the end, any excess product I just lightly dab over, because then that way, because if I don't, it looks really red. Okay, so I'm going to go with powder now. So now I'm going to set my face. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder. If I'm not using this, I'm either using the Kim K one, or I'm also using the Fenty Beauty one. They are great products. Do recommend them. I do have oily skin, or combination skin. It's kind of going through a phase. I don't know what it is, but yeah, using these products definitely don't dry out my skin anymore. So okay, so now with powder, obviously we don't want that cakey, like overdone look. We're just going to get a little bit on a piece of, on a beauty blender. It doesn't have to be a small one, you could use a big one. And we're just going to create a line. Now, I know this might seem like baking, but and we're just going to blend that in. Tap it in. So as you can see, now we've got that line. I have a very large round face, as you can see. So mine's obviously going to be a little bit more than that. It's not going to be just as simple. I'm going to work around this area to try and get that to look a little bit slimmer as well. Okay, so obviously because I don't want to bake, because sometimes if you're doing a full face of makeup, that's fine. I like to bake. I know not everyone does, but when it's something that's like I want a normal, natural, kind of just simple everyday look, I don't want to bake, so I'm going to just brush that off. And then for my under eye, as I did say before, it does crease, so I'm going to go back in with that same blender. It is very damp. To apply that where I put my concealer, and on my eye as well, because we don't want it to have creasing. So we've set that area. So now to go in with the bronzing, contouring part. My hairs are just, I don't know, I need to learn how to do my hair, so it's just terrible. Alright, so obviously I'm going to go in with the Hoola Benefit, the Hoola by Benefit. This is a tried and true, obviously you know, I swear by this, I use it all the time. I've hit pan, so that's something I can't wait to use it up. But I like to use the little brush that comes in with it, because I think it's actually quite handy. It's quite helpful, especially if you're a beginner, because if you're going to use like a bigger, thicker brush, it's going to be harder to get a more defined look. So as you can see, I've already kind of established my line, so I don't want to go over that. What I'm going to do is just on that bottom, bring that up, because I don't want But at the same time, I also want to kind of bring it up. We don't want it just to be here. So I'm going to go on my forehead as well. Okay, so a very, very big important thing to know about as well, especially when watching these types of videos, everyone contours to their face shape. So you have to think, what's your face? Obviously, I have an oval shaped head. I've got a large forehead. What I want to do is kind of hide, I guess, if you will, the forehead a bit more. So I'm going to really apply my bronzing and contour here because I want that to look smaller. My cheeks, you know, I'm going to want my cheeks to look, you know, sleek and thin. So I'm going to do that. I'm really not, I'd like to bring it up, but I don't really emphasize on this area because it's just going to look really weird. So yeah, I apply it here. I might like lightly brush over, but I don't really emphasize the product in this area. I like to bring it up. It's because I want it to blend and look all into one. So that is going to be a big thing that you need to look into, especially when you're starting to contour and bronze. And then last but not least, obviously, I got the Zell girl hanging out. I want to kind of make her look a little bit like she ain't there, like she went on a holiday and decided to stay where she was. Again, I do like to bring it up, but I don't like to attach it to this because I have such a long face. I don't want that. It's just going to look really weird. It's going to look like a whole line of product, especially on my face. So I don't want to do that. I want to blend it in and just kind of up to the ear. Alright, so that's basically just how you contour. It's so simple, so easy. Again, I recommend using cream products because they're so much easier to work with than powder products, especially when you're a beginner, because if you go heavy-handed, it's so much easier to just kind of blend it all in and fix it. Because once you start putting powder on, that's when things start getting layered. And that's what we want to try to avoid, especially if you're trying to just do a simple, like, everyday look. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of my face and we'll get into it. Alright, so I have done my full face. I obviously haven't done lashes because I don't want to. As you can see, I've got some eyeshadow, blush, bronze, obviously bronzer, but highlight, lips. I think this lip is a little bit too much for this look. That's a bit better. But yeah, so that's basically how I like to do a contour on a roundish kind of face. So obviously I got some chubby cheeks on me, but yeah, if you want to see me do some more, feel free to let me know. If you like this video, please like. Also, if you want to see more, subscribe. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!